Hey everybody, my name is James. I'm a video production specialist here at Videoguys. It is Tuesday. It is about 3 o'clock Eastern, which means it is time for another Videoguys Live. And today we are coming straight off of InfoCom 2025, and PTZOptics has announced that they are expanding their camera line. So we wanted to talk about some great bundles and PTZ cameras that are available from PTZOptics, and we'll show you a little sneak peek at what they announced from the show floor. So without further ado, let's start off by talking about a new bundle available from PTZOptics. Now this is the PTZOptics Action Bundle. Now this bundle includes one PTZOptics Move 4K, two PTZOptics Studio 4Ks, and a PTZOptics SuperJoy controller. Now this is pretty much all of your camera production needs that you need for a 3-camera sporting event or maybe even a podcast or something like that. A lot of the times when you're using a 3-camera setup, you don't necessarily need to have 3 full-blown PTZ cameras. You can have 2 of those stationary cameras be for your goals or a fixed subject in a podcast, and then you have the ability to have that PTZ camera to be able to pan and tilt and zoom in for close-ups and follow the action. So these are really easy to set up with NDI. A lot of this stuff is pretty much plug and play. They're PoE plus compatible, so if you're pairing this with something like a Netgear switch that has PoE plus capabilities, you're all set there. They're going to have, of course, 4K 60p output through all 3 of these cameras. Again, they have seamless integration in an NDI workflow. They have lifetime support, and they have really good warranties. They have a 5-year warranty. So let's break this down if you're not familiar with the cameras that we just talked about. The PTZOptics Move 4K is a PTZ camera available from PTZOptics. This is a 4K 60p PTZ camera. Now it has multiple different outputs: HDMI, SDI, USB, and IP output, with NDI-HX being one of those IP outputs. Now, like I said, this is a 4K 60p camera, so out of the HDMI, USB, and NDI, you will get 4K 60, but it is a 3G SDI cable, so you'll be limited to 1080 60p out of that. Now the Move 4K, like the other PTZOptics PTZ cameras, does have built-in auto tracking. It's really good. They are constantly updating the firmware on these cameras, and that auto tracking is getting better and better. It's available in gray or white, and again, it comes with a 5-year warranty. Now, you get that one PTZOptics Move 4K, but you also get 2 PTZOptics Studio 4Ks. Now, this is their essentially Move 4K box cam equivalent. This is also going to have 4K 60p via HDMI and NDI and USB. And then again, it's going to have a 3G SDI cable out for your 1080 60. Now, the Studio 4K is available in either a 12x or a 20x optical zoom. Again, it's available in white or gray. The 12x is going to have a slightly wider field of view when you're fully zoomed out, so you have 72.5 degrees field of view, whereas with the 20x zoom, you'll be able to zoom in more, but when you are fully zoomed out, it's going to have 60.7 degrees field of view. Now, this is an NDI and Hive-linked box cam. This was PTZOptics' first Hive-linked camera. If you don't know what Hive Studio is, it is their remote or cloud-based PTZ control system. Now, obviously, a box cam does not have the ability to pan and tilt, but it does have the ability to zoom, and you can also change things like the color temperature, the exposure, your frame rate, your resolution. All of that can still be controlled from Hive Studio. One of the cool things about the Studio 4K and a lot of PTZOptics box cams actually is that they can be mounted both horizontally or vertically. So depending on the type of content that you are streaming, you have mounts available to do both. And also, another really cool feature of these box cameras is that the buttons are right on the side of the camera, so you don't always have to go and use the the controller or a web UI, you can just hit those buttons right on the side of the camera. And then because it is basically the companion to the Move 4K, it is going to color match very, very, very well and easily with the Move 4K. The SuperJoy is one of our favorite PTZ controllers because it plays nice with everything. NDI, Sony Visca, Pelco, RS232, RS422. It pretty much any control protocol, this controller will be able to do that. It's PoE powered. It has an HDMI output, so you can have an RTSP feed go out of the HDMI to connect to a confidence monitor for your controller operator. You can customize some of the buttons, and of course it has native NDI support, so you can use NDI to very easily search for cameras on your network and be able to connect them and control them via NDI. Now this is a perfect example of a workflow of what you can do with this bundle. You can have your 2 box cameras, and then you're going to have your PTZOptics Move 4K. In this diagram it says a Move SE, but it is essentially the same thing. You're going to connect your 3 cameras, and your controller to your network switch, and then you're going to also connect whatever NDI switcher that you want to that network switch. And again, this is pretty much going to be plug and play. All of these devices will be able to communicate to each other through the network switch. And the NDI switcher that we have on the screen there is the Liberty X, which is certified for both Wirecast and also VizRT's TriCaster Mini S. But this can be any kind of NDI switcher, a YOLO box, a TriCaster, a vMix machine, OBS, any kind of NDI compatible switcher is totally going to be compatible with this workflow. And we kind of wanted to take this a little bit further, and so we have some other gear that we're recommending to pair with these cameras and controller. And the first is going to be this Netgear AV M4250 switch, and specifically this one, the GSM 4210PX. Now this is a desktop switch, so it is very quiet, it's very compact, but at the same time it still has 8 1 gig PoE plus ports on it, and it has 220 watts of available power. So you can connect all 3 of your cameras plus the controller to this, and you will still have enough power to power all of those devices and still be able to connect some other devices if you wanted to down the road. Maybe an encoder or a decoder, or maybe down the road you do get another camera. You have plenty of leftover power and you have plenty of leftover ports. The other thing that we like to recommend with the 3 camera bundle from PTZOptics is the YOLO Box Ultra. Now, if you were with us last week, we talked about the YOLO Box Ultra and the YOLO Box Extreme and how these are really universal, all-in-one monitors, encoders, switchers, recorders. The YOLO Box Ultra has the ability to stream up to 4K 30. It has the ability to do ISO recording. And with a one-time $99 fee, you can upgrade to unlock the NDI capabilities on the YOLO Box Ultra, and that allows you to bring in up to 3 NDI HX sources. And all of the cameras in this bundle are NDI HX cameras. You can stream up to 6 hours, and you can also pair those NDI sources with the HDMI sources on the YOLO Box Ultra, which it has 4 HDMI inputs on it. So you can connect HDMI or NDI sources to it. Now, we really liked the action bundle that PTZOptics put together, and so we made a supersized action bundle where we are bundling the PTZOptics Move 4K, where we're putting 2 of those Studio 4Ks and the SuperJoy into this bundle, but then we are also adding the YOLO Box Ultra, which we just talked about, and that Netgear switch, which has plenty of overhead for all of these devices to be able to connect and communicate to each other. And as you can see, this bundle is taking off a little over $500. Normally this would be For only $2,200 more, you get the Switch and the YOLO box. So this is available for $7,611. It is a great deal to be able to get everything that you need in order to start doing a 3-camera live streaming setup. So this is a great bundle to definitely take a look at. And this is a perfect example of how you can use this in some kind of sporting event. You can have your Move 4K in the center line to be able to follow all of the action. And then you have your two fixed cameras on the sides by the goals, so you can do instant replay and see the goals. And you don't really need to ever move those cameras because they're going to be fixed anyway on the goal. And then you're going to connect all 3 of your cameras into the network switch. You'll connect your controller to the network switch, and then you connect the YOLO Box Ultra to the network switch to be able to see all of those cameras. And then you can send the feed from the YOLO Box Ultra to Facebook or YouTube or Twitch or wherever you want to send that feed to. Now, I do want to also quickly mention that PTZOptics does have a 1080 60p workflow available as well, and that is with the PTZOptics Move SE. The PTZOptics somewhat recently also got a free NDI-HX upgrade, so as soon as you get the camera, just update it to the latest firmware and you will also get NDI-HX3 included. It also has a 5-year warranty. Now, like I said, this is a 1080 60p camera, and the 1080 60p is available through all of its outputs, which is HDMI, SDI, USB, and IP, including now NDI-HX3. Again, it also has built-in auto tracking. They are constantly updating the firmware on these cameras and making that auto tracking that much better, and also available in gray or white. PTZOptics is also going to be expanding their 1080 workflow with the newly announced coming soon Studio SE. Now, this is going to be very similar to the Studio 4K, but it's going to be a 1080 model. It's going to be a little bit cheaper, but you're still going to get great quality from that. Again, it's going to be a 1080 60p output through SDI, HDMI, NDI. It's going to be available in white or gray. Apologies for putting black on the screen. It's going to be gray. And it's going to have that same field of view as the Studio 4K. If you get the 12x model, it's going to have a 72.5-degree field of view. If you go with the 20x model, again, you get a little bit more zoom, but you'll have a little bit more narrow when you're fully zoomed out. Also, NDI and HiveLink compatible, has mounts for the both vertical and horizontal streaming and recording. Just like the Studio 4K, it also has the buttons on the side for convenient access. And just like the Studio 4K matches really well color-wise with the Move 4K, the Move SE color matches really well with the Studio SE color matches very well with the Move SE PTZ camera. So this is something that we are very excited to get more information about. And as soon as we have some shipping information, we will update you on that. And again, I just want to emphasize that PTZOptics has a 4K workflow, they have a 1080 workflow, and all of these cameras can color match really well. And one of the best ways to do the color matching is through PTZOptics Hive Studio. We have done plenty of videos on PTZOptics Hive Studio. We've done demos with Paul Richards. It is a really cool cloud-based solution to be able to color match all of your PTZ cameras and then also be able to control your PTZ cameras. So again, PTZOptics is expanding their product line for multi-camera workflows. 1080, 4K, doesn't matter. If you want 12x, 20x, 30x cameras, they have a little bit of everything for anyone and everyone. If you have any questions about anything that we talked about today, absolutely, please feel free to give us a call at 800-323-2325. And we will see you next Tuesday at 3 o'clock Eastern. Until then.
Videoguys is available Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram to stay connected with all of our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.